All of my images are print made using traditional relief printing techniques. I use lino cuts, which are actually made out of vinyl, and collagraphs, which are made out of ripped pieces of card, which has then been varnished. Basically, the first bit I do is the lino cut. So I'll draw onto the floor tile and cut it all out. When you're making these images, basically you have to think inside out and back to front, because anything you cut out won't show up, but the stuff you leave will, and then it's all back to front anyway. And then I'll print that as a test print. And use that to trace onto the cardboard to make the collagraph. And then I will rip and cut into the collagraph to get lots of different lovely textures for the coloured background bit. And for each different colour of the print, I need to have a different layer. So the T.Rex, for instance, is 3 layers. So you start off with your sort of brown T.Rex, then there's a yellow eye, and then those are the 2 coloured layers, and then there's like a darker outline over the top, which is the lino. Basically, with printmaking, every print is slightly different. The amount of ink that you put onto the lino or the collagraph to the pressure that you put it under will change the print. And I also do a lot of registration by eye, so putting them on top of each other just by kind of looking where I think they should be, which means that I get a bit more variation than normal. I make an edition of about 10 of them. All of them are very slightly different, and you get quite a lot of happy little accidents along the way, but you need to do quite a few just to make sure that you get a few really good ones for the book. So I really like using lines in my work. The line, the outside outline is quite important, and I really enjoy textures as well, and I think it's quite nice to have a couple of different textures going on, because you've got these sort of ripped textures of the collagraph, and then you've got some quite crisp lines, and wherever you take out the lino, you're leaving sort of an indentation that produces a different texture on the page. So I really like the versatility of it. It probably took me a couple of days to cut this one out. And then the collagraph probably took a day to do, and then the printing probably took about a day to do. So probably 4 days to make this one image. So I actually learnt to print make really late on. I did it at uni when I did my masters, which was probably about 8 years ago now. And I just discovered the print rooms and loved them, loved the smell of the ink, just loved the sound of rolling out the ink and just everything about it. Yeah, really enjoy it.